and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
We are
therapist.
the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, we're going to talk about COPD, top 3 natural ways to improve emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Plus, we're doing a giveaway.
A giveaway.
Yeah.
Nothing new to us, Bob.
That's right. We're giving away stuff all this year, and today we're starting the giveaway contest for the breather, which is one of the solutions today for COPD, which is, by the way, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Right.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But by the way, if you're new to our channel,
There you go.
please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, you're going to want to go over to our social media platforms, especially today if you go over to Instagram, we're going to be on all of them, but on Facebook, it'll be pinned to the top of the page. It'll give you the details on how to enter the contest. It's also in the description below here on YouTube.
So they can win a breather?
They can win a breather. We're giving away 5 of them.
5 of them.
So,
okay,
yeah,
good
we're
deal.
generous. Well,
Good.
the company's generous, we should say. So, there's several types of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Sure.
And 2 of the most common ones are chronic bronchitis, in which you're going to have, airways are getting smaller and there's swelling and mucus buildup. And then there's emphysema. Now, emphysema, there's actually destruction going on. So you got, you got the pipes. You got the pipe going from a big pipe to a smaller pipe to smaller pipes.
He's talking about the lungs.
The lungs. And then at the end of the pipes, you got little balloons, and they're filled with air. And that's where the destruction happens in emphysema.
Right.
And once they're destroyed, they can't come back.
Okay.
But you can prevent further ones from being destroyed.
Right.
And you can prevent things, and you can also improve things slightly.
Sure.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. So there's 24 million Americans who are suffering from this, unfortunately. It's coughing, it's wheezing, and mucus and chest tightness. Smoking by far is the #1 cause.
Sure, that makes sense.
But air pollution also plays a big role, and so does secondhand smoke.
Sure,
Which,
right,
is kind of
right.
the
It
same
depends
thing.
on where you live or who you live with.
So I think for many of the people who have it, they got some small goals that they maybe want to accomplish. They want to get back their life. They want to be able to walk their dog. They want to be able to go get the mail. They want to be able to play with their grandchildren.
Right.
And that's what this can help with. If you start some of this stuff, generally you're going to start to feel better within a quick time, 2 to 4 weeks. So
and what we're talking about specifically is exercising the lungs so that you can become more active with less symptoms using the breather.
Right. And you skipped to #2. Why don't we do that?
Oh,
that's
sorry.
all right. Well, we'll do #1 later. #2, yes, you can actually... You want to build up the breathing muscles. So you want to build up the inspiratory and expiratory muscles, and it's like lifting weights for your lungs.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I mean, as therapists, it just makes sense to me. If you want to strengthen a muscle, you have to exercise it. You're not going to do it by drinking some magic fluid.
Right. Or taking a medicine.
Right.
So, and this, by the way, does help with people with asthma. It helps make their inhalers work better.
Sure.
So, and they're also talking about using it for athletes now.
Right.
That's how much it's having an effect. This is the breather. It was developed by. You want to show it here?
Oh, sure.
This is the breather. It was developed by a respiratory therapist who had 38 years of experience. They've actually been selling a similar model like this. They've sold over 1 million of them, so it's the best-selling model.
Sure.
But they've modified it now to even be better, the mouthpiece and stuff like that. And so you're getting the best of both worlds here now. You're getting a device that works, and it's comfortable to use.
Right. Yep. That was the modification. Made it easier to use.
So you can see it's got numbers on the dial here. So for inhaling, you can actually set it between 1 and 6, the resistance, and exhaling, you can set it for between 1 and 5.
Right.
And the thing is about this, you don't need to watch us doing this. They have fantastic videos on.
They have people that are professionals that do videos. We're not really.
We're the amateurs. So and when you're using this, you're going to go ahead. You just have to use it twice a day. You can be non-mobile. I mean, you could do it from a chair.
Right.
You can have oxygen on.
Sure.
I mean, it's for everybody. And you want to do it 2 times a day. You can do 2 sets of 10. And every set or every rep is an in and an out. So you're blowing
breathe
in and out.
in is counted as 1.
And
you're
you can do it
10. Rest a little
bit. Do another
10.
Yep.
And then repeat that later in the day.
Right.
Sure.
Couple things. You don't want to be puffing out with your mouth. And you want to be at about 70% effort or so. You don't want to be putting too much in. So All right. By the way, if you use the link below, you get a 20% discount. By the way, you can also sign up for the contest and hope to get a free one.
Right.
So
And they're not that expensive anyways.
no, they aren't. They aren't. So, I mean, you want to just do one here,
Sure.
Brad? So
I'll show them this. Did we talk about let the stomach go out?
right,
as
it's
you
diaphragmatic
inhale?
breathing when you do this, and they go into that also when they're talking about
Sure.
using the device. So breathe in. Now don't puff the cheeks out, Brad. I know how you like to do that, so it's gonna watch you every minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
that's
do
right.
that.
So that's the number one way to go ahead and improve it with COPD, and they've proven that it works out quite well. You're gonna again feel better within a couple of weeks. Start doing those things that you want to do. The second one is actually I was just reading this book. It's called How Not to Die. What a title, huh?
Yeah.
And it's by I'm going to read it off the book here. Michael Grieger, MD. And I'll tell you, this thing is really highly referenced, Brad. There's like every chapter has 65 to 70 references of studies that he's looked
Sure.
at.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy has dedicated his life to this. And basically, in a nutshell, when you're talking about COPD, you want to eat more fruits and vegetables.
Sure.
It has an anti-inflammatory foods, and they've done studies. They've shown that plant-based diets can actually decrease the progression of COPD and maybe even improve it a little bit. So it's got a lot of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nature of fruits and vegetables that
Sure.
help this. So
We had the gentleman on that did all it was vegetarian, and he had
asthma when he was a child, and he no longer had asthma. Do you remember that?
Yep.
He never suffered.
Great
no longer suffered.
success.
So I mean, I know it's asking a lot to change over, but when you're feeling really terrible, it's pretty easy to maybe be motivated to change over.
Sure. Yep.
So, and the third thing, I hate to say it, we're gonna have to nag a little bit.
What?
You got to stop smoking.
Oh.
I mean that's the third natural way to improve emphysema and bronchitis.
Right.
You got to stop the smoking.
Right.
So,
No.
all right. Remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything
Except for
a broken heart, but we're working on it.
right. I'm not sure if this is going to help with
That's
that.
going to help cardio.
Well, okay.
So-
Well, we'll put that in part of the formula.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.